Okay, so we're finishing up our last thing of translations and transformations, and that they mean the same thing, but we got to have two different words for them because that's not confusing at all. But we're going to be going over quadratics, and I'll let the students in class go ahead and write this stuff down, and they all now. I'll let y'all who are watching this for the first time get some time to record it because I cannot find my super pencil that I need to be writing with. Right, oh, there it is. Okay. All right. So remember, now this holds true for all these things. If they have these three letters, we did learn, with linear, we usually only have a K. Exponential, we have an H and a K. Absolute value and quadratic has all three. Okay. On the A, if it's negative, it's flipped or rotated. And I think on the homework, it's like rotated about the x-axis. Absolute value of A, if it's greater than 1, there's a stretch. With H, if it's now this is as it's written. If it's written as negative, it goes right. If it's written as positive, it goes left. And K translate it up. If it's positive, negative, it's down. All right. And here's our parent function. Now I've got some parent functions on here so we can look at them as we go through these translations. I think that kind of helps a little bit more, even if y'all don't have them. All right. So let's look at this one right here. For this, our A is 1, our H is 2, and our K is 3. All right. Now, our transformations, we don't have a stretch or a rotate or a flip. Okay. Our transformations, we go to the right 2 and up 3. We have a vertex of 2, 3. Okay. Now, we need to get our points. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Now, I kind of whited out the last two boxes on my chart because I'm the one teacher that never wanted 7 points. I thought that was a little redundant. All right. So our H of 2 goes here, and our K of 3 goes here. And then these other numbers would be 1 and 0, 3 and 4. All right. Yeah, I just said I marked out the bottom 2. Yeah, y'all are probably still talking when I said that. So, now right here, remember this has a ratio of 1A. Well, A is 1. So this actually ends up, these two, on what's 3 plus 1? 4. So these are 4. Okay. And this has a ratio of 3A. All right. So what's 3 plus 4? 7. All right. So there's my 5 points we need for this. Now, get this hot pink going on. All right, so I go over to 2, up to 3, 1, 2, and 3. There's my vertex. So you should already can see how it is shifted to the right and then up. What? The parabola? Yeah. Notice that the parent function I have drawn in black looks really nice because I used the technology thing. This one I did in pink, that's free-handed, and it looks like a 3-year-old did it, okay? I'm a math teacher. I've been teaching for 15 years. I still cannot graph things very nice and neat. Okay, so I'm not, even on graphs, I'm not really worried so much about connecting the lines. So, who cared? Yeah, we usually don't care. We're kind of weird that way. So, I don't know if I can have what I'm drinking on the camera. Maybe if this soda company or pop or whatever Coke company, soft drink company sees me drinking these, I'll get an endorsement. So today's lesson sponsored by. I start wearing like a jersey or something of like some clothing. That would be awesome. All right. So let's look at 2. All right. So for this one, our A is -1. Okay. Our H would actually be -1 because remember, if we plug in a -1, it makes it positive. And then K is 3. So this one, it's I'm saying flipped. Now I've already looked at the homework. The homework says rotated about the x-axis. Yes. Okay. Remember that the original equation is this. So the only way for that to be positive is if we had to plug in a -1 for that to become a +1 right there. Yeah. Yeah, that's the hardest thing for people to get. All right. It's flipped or rotated. It's gone to the left 1, and we have a vertex of an x value of -1, and it is up 3, and there's the y value for our vertex. So, and again, I have, look, yeah, I was really fancy and did this. Honestly, with these last 2 boxes right here, I would just scratch them out because we don't care. All right, so this is -1 here. This is 3 here. All right, so our other x values, this would be 0 and 1, -2, and -3. All right, and I need another color. This one, okay. Well, we already have a purple. We needed that already. We'll do this one. So this is a 1A. It is a weird color. Okay. Yeah. All right. Now this is 1A. So A is -1. So what's 3 minus 1? Okay, 2. Okay, y'all are playing with me because there was like complete silence for 5 seconds, and I was really, really doubting myself as a teacher. That's right. All right. Now, this is 3A. So that would mean that we would have to multiply 3 times -1, get -3. So what's 2 minus 3? -1. Okay. Now, all right. So I go to -1. I go up 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. So it looks like kind of like that. Um, so we should already know the answer to this, where it says what type of transformation occurs when it has the direction opening of opening. All right, because that's our A. All right, so when it's negative, when A is negative, it is flipped slash rotated at x-axis. Okay, and this is kind of like what I was saying. What day of the week was it? Wednesday with the absolute value. Basically, it's like it was on a gymnastics bar and it's just sitting there spinning and flipping and rotating and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, woo. Yes. I say a lot of stuff that is different than a lot of other math teachers and math books. It's like at the x-axis, about the x-axis. No, people try to make it complicated. We shouldn't have, like with roots, zeros, and x-intercepts. We have three different things for the same thing. That makes zero sense to me. All right. Now, number 3. Our a right here, shucks, is 2. So we automatically know we have a stretch of 2. Our h, what is our h value right here? I heard it somewhere. I heard a murmur. 0. Our h is 0. When it just has x squared right there and nothing in parentheses, h is 0. So we know that this goes here and this goes here. Okay. And then our k is -4. Okay. So it's a stretch 2 and then down 4. And we have a -4 right here. -4. All right. -1, -2, 1, 2. All right. So with this, I wonder if this will show up. Does that show up? Can y'all see this? Okay, good. Perfect. This electric blue. All right. This is 1A. All right. So if A is 2, this is actually saying -4 plus 2, which is -2. And then this would be 3A, which is 6. So now we have 2 plus 6, which is 8. All right. Now we have all the stuff that we need. So 1, 2, 3, 4, over 1 up 2. No, wait, that's not 8. Why'd y'all let me write 8? You trusted me. Okay, I'll let that suffice. All right, hang on one second. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, how did I get the stuff in purple and turquoise? Okay, so the first one has a ratio 1A. So that's 1 times 2, which is 2. And we add that to that y value. And then in the purple, this is 3A. So that's 3 times 2, which is 6. And if we add 6 to -2, that's how we get that. All right. So there's what it is. Okay, now the number 4 we're going to use as a your term, so I'm going to let you do that here in just a second. We're going to move on to number 5. Okay. So this is very similar. This is kind of odd now that we're doing this after we did the modeling section, because we literally did most of this in the modeling section. Okay. So this is my vertex at 1, 2, 3 at -3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Okay. We know that it's flipped. Okay. It's went left 3 and up 4. All right. And this is our H, this is our K. Our A, I was here and I went down, so my A is -1. So this is my equation. Okay, and remember, because I plugged in a negative, because this is my original, I like calling it my skeleton equation, because there's no bones about it, but because that's what it is before we start plugging stuff in. Okay, it doesn't have any guts to it yet. Huh? Makes you want to turn it into a skeleton equation? All right. Now, 5B. Well, let's look for our vertex. Our vertex is right here at -1, 0. So that's my H value. That's my K. All right. And to find my A, I go over 1, up 1. So my A is 1. So it just looks like we just have a transformation of left 1. Okay. So the way this would look, that's it. Okay. You don't have to plug in, like used to. We would have students that when they had to do this, they would write an A here and they put a plus K here. There's really no reason for that if A is 1 and K is 0. Okay. So there's absolutely no reason for us to do that in this instance. All right, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, down 1. So 4, -1. This is our H, this is our K. All right, and to find our A, we go from here to here. So our A is -1. So it is flipped or rotated. We went to the right 4 and down 1. So our equation would look like this. All right, and thus endeth the lesson. Yeah.